How's it been since Fire Island, man?
Good, dude. Just been chilling, training here and there, and staying somewhat ready, and then just enjoying life, I guess,
Sweet.
Hanging out, eating some good food, having some drinks, enjoying some family time. So, yeah, I thought I was going to be back, not this weekend, but next weekend. So, December 12th, to fight Song Yadong, and he backed out right. I mean, we were done. It was done. It was done, dude.
Are you looking to get back on the next Fire Island then?
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm gonna come back in February. Okay. So not quite sure, but waiting the final details, all that. Mm-hmm. So, but I think February I'll be back. So he also told me he was gonna bust your ass. So I knew he was planned up. Go get refugees online. Come on.
Fiery little bitch.
I just had my 8th fight with him in my corner. The first time I came up here was with Chris Carriasso when he was still training. And he came up to get some sparring with like Moraga and then the crew of guys that they had. And I came up with him. I think I was still an amateur. So coming up on 6 years, so that would have been about 7 years ago that I first came up to the lab and had my first few rounds. And then the Contender Series, I came and did a few weeks. I pretty much was starting to do my camps here, like coming up and doing sparring, and I got injured. And had a couple tears in my shoulder and kind of just had to play it safe the rest of camp for the Contender Series. And didn't get the contract and kind of went back to work at Rise. And then finally for the Royval fight for the LFA belt, I made like the full-time commitment. So I'd been, coming in and out here and there throughout the years, and then pretty much made the full 9-week camp, crouch in the corner for the Royval fight. So had the 2 LFA and then now 6 UFC fights. So it's quite a. We were just talking about it. Time flies, man. I feel like just met the other day, but man, it's been a little while now. It was amazing, man. It was pretty much like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Even the Contender Series now, it's not quite the same as the original in the Ultimate Fighter gym Contender Series. They still talk about some of those first couple seasons, and just to be a part of that, especially the Snoop Dogg one, it was something that I'll never forget, but also brought like a level of confidence that shoot, I can do anything. The way it was with no crowd, same thing we're experiencing today. So it was all an experience, and stuff I kept putting in my toolbox pretty much as far as not only skills as a fighter, but the mental edge for those type of events.
And obviously you're training with the guys like Pilot today and Mario as well. What's it like training with those guys in the gym on a day-to-day basis?
Iron sharpens iron always. You got everybody has their own little unique things, but just day in, day out, just being competitive with those guys, trying to bring the best out in each other, day in, day out. I don't think there's any other way to do it. Obviously, other guys train elsewhere, but if you don't have those training partners pushing you day in, day out, someone beating you up in the gym, you're gonna probably get beat up in the cage sooner or later.
Yeah. You had 2 fights in the space of 2 weeks, was it? I think it was less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it was 20 days apart. It was 20 days apart, so it was still a quick turnaround, man. I was only home for like 10 days after all the travel and the quarantine and stuff.
Was it hard doing that, or did you find it hard?
I'd like to say that when it was all going down, I was just playing it off like nothing was fazing me, and that's pretty much how I felt. But there was times where I was a little tired, especially the first time the sleep was a little rough. But fight weeks are always going to be a little bit different, stuff you're going to have to overcome, and I proved it both times when I stepped in there. Like, I'm ready to compete. When you shut that octagon door and lock it, like, I'm ready to go no matter what. And doing things like that, I feel like build my confidence, and that's something that that's hard to get. You can believe in your skills and all that stuff, but doing that type of trip, I think that trumps my LFA and debut. Even though that was back-to-back weekends, just doing the whole Abu Dhabi thing and 2 tough opponents. I feel like that trumps my craziest fight experience, and that only levels me up, I feel like, in the end. I knew it was close. I felt like I won the first round for sure. I knew the second round was the closest round. That's where I went for the takedown in the third. And I felt like 1 and 3, no question about it. And then I went back and watched it, man, and like, not that he didn't land anything, but like, it was just a lot of feeler stuff, like the leg kicks. Like, I checked a lot of those. I think he had 52 significant leg kicks, and yeah, he landed some, I'll give him that, but it was like, I don't know, it didn't feel like it did a whole lot of damage. I felt like there's a little more credit. I was like snapping his head back and that type of thing. Like, in any stand-up judging fight, like just pure, that, like, I feel like I would have won, and like, any type of, just the way the body language, like the head snapping back and the pressure, I walked forward. But I mean, he was landing, like I said, he landed a couple good shots, but I didn't see really any times that my head got snapped back like his did, numerous times. So that was where I scored it. The first, I thought I was way busier, like especially the second half. Like, he came out strong, especially the first 2 minutes, and then I felt like the last 3 minutes I really like started to take over, and then obviously the third, that takedown, I think I had like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of control. But didn't do a whole lot, but in a close fight like that pretty much does it in my mind, And even the last like 30 seconds, I hit him with that pull too, boom, snapped his head back. I mean, like I said, it was a hell of a fight, and but I think that's where my head was at, and as far as the judges and stuff.
So what do you want next in the UFC? I know, like you said, Song Yudong?
Yeah, he had his chance, man. I was signed, ready to go for December 12th, and he backed out last minute. They printed the contracts up and we signed him, so that means he agreed at some point and then backed out. All good, don't hate him for it, but I was ready to rock again, and I think I'm gonna be back in February 13th. So waiting to close everything down. So we'll wait on the opponent, but we'll go. I think we're gonna be back that date.